It is the start of a new era at the Tatas. S. Ramadorai, former Vice Chairman of TCS, joins us now. He is the man who Chandra considers his mentor. Mr. Ramadorai, thanks very much for joining us on CNBC TV 18. Well, it's a big day for you as well, sir, because your protege, in a sense, has now taken over the top job at the House of Tatas. How do you feel today? And during this process, when the selection committee had been set up and was looking and evaluating various candidates, did you believe that it would be Chandra?
No, I think from the way I've seen him from very early days, it has been a journey where one has watched him grow from strength to strength. It's an amazing transformation of a person who not only absorbed technology, applied technology on a global basis, but also understood the shareholder returns and delivered everything impeccably. And I think I'm not surprised, but I think there were a number of contenders. The fact that he made it makes all of us proud, and the way he pronounced what his priorities were and how he was going to look after the shareholders, the organization, the value systems that came out exceedingly well. I'm so very proud of him, and I have a small role to play in mentoring him over the years.
I want to get you to jog your memory a little bit, sir, about those mentoring days. He was your executive assistant, and then he took over from you in 2009. And since then, TCS has grown from 6 billion to 16.5 billion. Profits are up more than 3 times. 70% of Tata Sons' revenues come in from TCS. When did you first notice this spark in Chandra?
I think I noticed the first spark in 1993 in a project in Washington, and where the complexity of what we had to deliver during the savings and loans problem started. Subsequently, I moved him into a project in the British Telecom in the UK, again a very, very complex project, and his execution capabilities are brought to the fore. Project management capabilities leading from the front and enabling the toughest of programs and projects to be delivered. And then, of course, in 1996, he became my executive assistant, and rest is history, as I would say. So these are some of the moments I would think, and more importantly, building a team and then focusing and then delivering the impossible at all times in a collaborative manner is what appealed to me the most.
You know, you just mentioned, sir, that one of Chandra's qualities is that he managed to deliver the impossible. And he has his task cut out for him as he takes over the reins of Tata Sons. What makes him the right man for the job?
I think you had to be very open. You had to be very, very clear about who are the kind of people who are going to be supporting you, are going to be taking the roles, and empowerment is the very key in all of these things. So the organization grows, and the growth in terms of size, shape, number of professionals is the collective wisdom that is going to take this organization, and that's what he's good at.
You know, you talked about the priorities that he's charted out, efficient capital allocation, returns to shareholders, and that's what he's been able to deliver at TCS. What do you foresee to be, the big challenges that he will have to deal with as he charts the course?
I think every company, whether it's in the manufacturing or the services space, has its own set of challenges. He will prioritize each of those challenges and capitalize on each of those opportunities. Some companies he has to view from a profitability point of view where returns to the shareholders is understood. He will have a lot of challenges with regard to re-engineering the IT industry itself, because the name of the game is changing and TCS has put structures in it. So I think he'll view every company with the support of the independent directors, the directors and the management team to address some of the key questions. Every company would have a different cycle, but I think he has the focus and he has the necessary capabilities to bring up the best team.
Mr. Ramadorai, before I let you go, sir, what would your advice be to your protege today?
The only advice is always to everybody, keep your head down and build a team and perform the best value systems. We all grown up in a group which is known for its value and ethics, and that's why we are here for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years.
Mr. Ramadorai, always a pleasure, sir. Appreciate you joining us here.